Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with a weekly social skills lesson. I'll be discussing some topics that deal with social skills, different categories of the social skills. Sorry, I'm not gonna redo it. I'm not gonna redo it. This is, anyway, because I have so many lessons. I kind of glanced at it earlier, but I didn't really. I have so many, so I'm gonna give you different topics, to think about. I'm gonna give you a summation. When you're dealing with social skills, okay? Effective communication has to do with social skills. Empathy and understanding has to do with social skills. Active listening, that has to do with social skills. Teamwork and collaboration, that has to do with social skills. Respect and tolerance, that deals with social skills. Assertiveness and boundaries, that's talking about social skills. Social media etiquette, that's dealing with social skills. And conflict resolution is dealing with social skills. The effective communication, it highlights, if you can highlight the importance of clear communication in building relationships and resolving conflicts while addressing the negative consequences of misunderstanding and miscommunication, you be on the right track. Just stay in those bounds. Empathy and understanding, by discussing the value of empathy and understanding others' perspectives and fostering meaningful connections, along with discussing the dangers of the lack of empathy and what the impact of that could be, okay? Active listening is, if you emphasize the benefits of active listening and building trust and support, that can help you in achieving, goals in your life, especially when you're dealing with in social settings or at work settings or whatever, respect and tolerance, advocating for respect and tolerance in diverse social settings while addressing the negative effects of prejudice, discrimination, and intolerance on individuals and communities. That's another hot topic. That's a social skills topic that's real hot now, real sensitive, Assertiveness and boundaries, encouraging assertiveness and healthy boundary setting as essential components of self-respect and effective interpersonal relationships. You can discuss the consequences of passivity or aggression, and that's something that a lot of us gotta work on, that because there are so many people out here that are so dysfunctional, and we got to be careful, so we have to be able to be assertive, but have tact at the same time. I'm not saying have I been tacky? Yeah, I have been, but I try to be careful most of the time. I can be a little cold sometimes, so I have to work on that. Social media etiquette, educating on the responsible use of social media for maintaining positive relationships and avoiding cyberbullying while addressing the potential pitfalls of excess screen time and comparison. When my kids were coming up, they didn't get to watch that much TV when it was Monday through Friday, when they had to go to school. They didn't get to watch that much TV. And then I watched what they watched, I looked at what they watched. I didn't let them watch all kinds of crap and junk and stuff like that. No, I didn't. I didn't. And then when they was listening to music growing up as a teenager, they couldn't listen out loud to the music that had vulgarity in it. I didn't let them walk around the house with their pants sagging either, showing their buns. I didn't do that. I didn't let them go out the door like that either. And it was very popular. I think it was the stupidest thing that's going. It looks trashy. It's time to grow up, have some tact. There's nothing cute about that. I don't know what's cute about it. Just people just doing anything nowadays. I understand we all want to, attention sometime, but the kind of attention that you get, you might want to be careful for that. Because it might make a difference later. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. But I'm working on it. You see, I'm talking about it. Conflict resolution. Providing strategies for resolving conflicts peacefully and constructively while highlighting the negative outcomes of unresolved conflicts and finding and talking and discussing the importance of seeking mediation when needed. And I'm one of them kind of people. I'll do that. I'm not talking to people about, stuff I don't do. Stuff I have to work on. I'm just recording my journey. These are things that I do. These meditations, I do those for my self-improvement because I need to be better. But I'm starting with myself. Woman in the mirror. I can't, it's not my fault if you're dysfunctional, and it's not your fault if I'm dysfunctional. I'm going to take responsibility for myself. Good or bad, I'm going to own it. And I wish more people would try to become better. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. But start with stop hurting people on purpose. Start with that. Start with stop stealing from people. Start with the easy stuff you can do. So what if you had to work a minimum wage job? I did. I had to work 3 jobs. I just stopped working 2 jobs about 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago. Just. And I'm 65. And I'm still doing stuff, Even though I retired, I'm still doing stuff. I'm just retired from working for somebody else. But that doesn't mean that I'm not trying to do something for myself, though. It's time for people to get their mind right and change. I don't know. Some of us trying to keep this world from imploding, People don't want to listen. And God touching people where they at. People I remember long years ago, people used to make jokes of the Bible Belt folks. Us Bible Belt folks all up in the Midwest, going up all up through the Midwest, down in the central part of the United States. They used to make fun of us, called us Bible thumpers. But we produced some of the best kids, some of the best products. We had some of the best school systems in the world back then. And where I'm from, they still do. They still top notch. I'm from Iowa. They can learn something, from models. What you see that's successful, just take a look at it. It's not going to hurt you to see what it is they're doing right. It's not always a color thing. Sometimes it's about doing right. If you're the kind of person that tries to do the right thing and you believe, you have a strong belief system, you're going to make it anyway. Because God's going to always provide for you. I'm trying to reach people in these different videos that I've been doing. I can't do things the same way now because I have other stuff that I'm doing, but I'm still going to be participating very regular. I might not be able to be on video as often, but I'm still going to be letting out videos, putting out videos. And then I'm going to stick to my channel break schedules, okay? I'm sticking to that. I make my calendar, set it out a year and a half in advance. The people can talk about me if they want to. They can talk about me, but what is it? What they're saying? What is it that they're saying? And what do you see? What's the answer? What they're saying and what's the truth? So people can talk about me all they want to, because guess what? I'm going to ignore them. And if, depending on what the situation is, I'll move from there. If I have to get some mediator in there or whatever, that's what we do if it gets to that. I try to be balanced most of the time. I'm not perfect, but I try to work at it, at not being perfect, but trying to, be careful.